Today is a good day. Hold on. Where? Shut up. Me. Fuck. God damn it. There we go. Hi. Welcome. Oh, baby. Today's the day. We have a whole new league. I have not been spoiled on anything so far, and I know nothing at all. I am late to the announcement. I am a few hours later than other people. I'm going to ask just this one day, no spoilers, okay? That's like the one thing I need, all right? I almost always am okay with spoilers or backseating, just right now, okay? Let's just leave me to enjoy everything that's coming. We're gonna wait for a few more people to join before we actually start, though. Midnight Royal Afton, hello. Oh my goodness, how are you? I had a great day today. I was excited. It's very hard to like know there's a whole new league announcement and not be able to like see anything. It's very weird. Ritual. Okay. Now we got a few more people here. Let's kind of go over the builds I have always wanted to play, but for a variety of reasons I couldn't. Okay. I just want this on the record. I know nothing about this league. I know they've been teasing melee. They've been teasing the death of totems, which is kind of like a whatever thing for me. I'm imagining the damage and attack speed is going to be the same bonus, but found in other places. But the totems themselves are just not, you're not supposed to cast them for damage increases anymore. That's kind of what I'm imagining is going to come. I did also see a preview in one of the preview videos in the Delirium one where you get to skip the first 15 waves, so it's just faster overall and less monotonous. They had a bleed build. Now, there is one bleed build I have wanted to play for a while, ever since I saw the new transition gem or whatever, the new trans gem. There's one build I want to play, and it's a dumbass build, but I want to play it. I want to play the Spectral Throw bleed build, and the Spectral Throw being the one that only does damage on the way back. For regular mapping, that's whatever. I can do other things, but like for single target bossing, I want to be able to throw a spectral throw weapon, and it only do damage on the way back because there's like huge damage bonuses or whatever on the back one, so it's harder hitting, but it hits less often, obviously. I'm gonna do a bleed build with that. That's what I want to do. Now, I don't know how successful that's gonna be. We'll see. I'm weapon buffs, so we'll see how everything works out. But that's what I want to see out of this. I'm sad because my boyfriend is going to the hospital. I hope he's okay. Well, it's like 1 a.m. for you right now, so yeah, I hope he's okay. Damn. All right. With that being said, let's watch the new Path of Exile League. Oh, baby, I'm excited.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games.
Hi, Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games.
Live. Today, we're going to show you an exclusive reveal of Path of Exile Settlers of Kalgur, which launches next week on July 26th. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream, so make sure you follow the instructions.
Twitch drops are not enabled for me, are enabled for me. I don't know. Half the time they just do it automatically, so yay. Any Path of Exile stream today should be able to give you the wings, if not, or whatever it is, the banner. Geargate, they are enabled. Base. Aw, hi, Geargate. All right. Please, I want to play a bleed build. I want to play a melee bleed build, not that earthquake cuck shit either with slams. I want to do like spectral throw a bleed.
Below in order to claim your Corsair back attachment. In today's stream, we will take you on a deep dive into the new Settlers of Kalgur Challenge League.
Okay.
We'll cover the league mechanics, its new and revised crafting systems, a new trade market system for currency, some sweeping balance improvements, including 2 Ascendancy class changes, endgame improvements.
2 Ascendancy class changes. That's gotta be, well, obviously Gladiator. What else would get remade? I know everybody memes about Assassin, but did you just call Spectral Throw Bleed melee? I mean, it's more melee than like Earthquake Bleed. Shut the fuck up. What would be the other Ascendancy? I'm not looking at chat because I don't want spoilers, but like I would imagine it's Gladiator and maybe like, God, I don't know. What's like a one everybody hates? Raider? Assassin? Either one. I would imagine it's Gladiator and then either Raider or Assassin. I'm kind of hoping that they do the assassin one. And yes, I do know about the ruthless specific ascendancies. I don't know if they're going to bring in all damage can poison, but oh, baby. Oh, man. What a great meme. What a great
to the campaign.
That would be awesome.
Quality of life features. We'll then talk about our console native port releases and the features that come alongside them.
Okay.
Finally, we'll show you our new supporter packs from Twitch chat. Introduce the new league.
Okay, let's go.
We're really innovative with the content in this league, and I'm really excited to see what everyone thinks.
He has been losing weight. Good for him.
So let's just get right into it with the trailer for Path of Exile, Settlers of Kalgur.
Good hair. Hold on, chat. Level with me. Level with me. Would I look better with hair that short? I don't know. I'm always torn. Like, my headphones are kind of making it look goofy, but like, dude, I need shorter hair, right? My hair's like too long right now. I don't know. I feel like I could pull off that hair, but I don't know if I should take it that short, you know? Yes, this is an attractive man in the video, not me. There's more hot ascendancy changes in the notes. Ah! You mean 2 millimeters shorter? What? No, like an inch shorter. Because this is like probably like 2 inches long right now, which is pretty long for me.
Rayclast is a cursed land. You'd have to be mad.
This is a very biased topic, but I think he would look better without a mustache. Yes, I am pausing the stream for this. Also, sorry, everyone. I am so sorry. I am not drinking reading patch notes. I know that's like the meta right now when it comes to reading patch notes. I don't know why people think it's like the worst thing in the world that you have to get paid money to read patch notes, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to drink. All right. Yes, I do hate my facial hair too. I wish I was clean shaven. It's just laziness. Man, the skill gem changes though. My leveling. Ooh. Ooh. Lightning War Mines?
And yet, welcome to King's March. It's not
What the
much
fuck
yet,
is his name? Kieran?
but with your help,
Keurig?
we can erect the
Keurig.
greatest city Rayclast has ever seen. We'll need resources
Nico?
and savvy planning. Soon we'll attract settlers.
Oh, okay. So it's there was a theory on Reddit I saw like a week ago where somebody was like, "What if we build the PoE2 town in this league?" Okay. Rukshan, your name sounds like Baron Nasher. Roshan, Baron Nasher. Roshan? I forget what they call it in Dota, but your name sounds like that. Hi.
Craftsmen. Fortune seekers.
The league everyone
And
memes
of
about.
course, pirates.
I forget the name of it, where you combine the items.
But if we prevail, our ships will be heavy with gold.
Shut the fuck up. Chat.
But if we
All my years of playing PC tycoon games, this is my fucking league. Do you think I grew up playing Sim Farm for me not to thrive here? Fucking look at what is this but the trade screen in Age of Empires? What is this but like Europa Universalis? Oh baby, this is my fucking league. Oh, I am going all in. Recombinators,
prevail,
thank you.
our ships will be heavy with gold. We
Okay.
hope to achieve the
NPCs.
impossible.
Good looking
We hope
NPCs.
to build a home.
The video's pretty loud compared to my voice. Is it too loud compared to my voice? Expedition and Expedition DLC. Wait, no, that doesn't matter. Why did I just PogChamp at that? It's just respecking with gold, but like, I guess you have gold? Question mark? Currency exchange market. What the fuck? Oh, they replaced Raider. This is Raider's icon. Oh. You know, I could just press play. Gary, press play on the video in order to like see what happens. Let a guy theory craft for a second. I have the advantage of not being spoiled and I get to pause. So, damn, they're getting rid of old Raider. I hope this one's movement speed based. I don't know. I see that sass. Gladiator, naturally. Figured. We saw this preview. I don't know what that last screen was. We saw most of this. You guys remember we've seen Warden before? Is it one of the forest fucking
In
magic
Path
find
of
league?
Exile Settlers of Kalgur, you will encounter some familiar faces from the
Fucking look at the meme that is Tujin's PoE2 phase, because these are like updated models, right? These are like PoE2 models. Dude, Tujin is fucking angry as fuck, boy. Holy shit. This dude does not fuck her. It looks like my dad looking at me when I was growing up. Fucking gives me PTSD.
Expedition League. Danig, Rog, Tujin, and Gwenin are Kalguran people who are trying to establish trade between Rayclast and their homeland. They have recruited many curious characters from Rayclast,
Oh my god, that
including
animation.
some you may recognize, but are also seeking help of a powerful exile, like yourself. You will first encounter Johan, the King's Hand and Lionized Watch.
Okay. I'm not going to pull up the streamer. This looks like a streamer that's a controversial political streamer that I'm not going to pull up now, but looks just like him.
He's there recruiting workers, traders, and exiles. Johan, under the command of the King of
Quinn?
Kalgur,
That does not look like... Hold on. This is not Quinn. This is Quinn in his, like, his power fantasy where he's, like, the manager at work, okay? This is not Quinn. All right, calm
traders,
yourself.
and exiles. Johan, under the command of the King of Kalgur, has been sent here to build a new city called King's March, which intends to become the hub of commerce between Rayclast and Kalgur. Soon, he will bring you to the planned site for King's March, which you'll notice has humble beginnings as just a tavern in a field. But with your help, it won't stay like this for long.
Can I... Are there pet chickens in the game, chat? Is this Chicken League? I don't remember. Are there pet chickens? Like, I have my little slime. I gotta have that, but I have room for a chicken. I'm just saying, I would rock a chicken. There are. Yes, there are chickens. Come on, Chicken League, boys.
It takes a lot to build a town. The Kalgurans will ask you to seek out...
This is fake news. What are these packs? This is the densest map I have ever seen in my life. This is fake. This is... GGG's like, yeah, let's throw in an extra pack there. This looks a little bit empty.
Resources that can be used to begin construction. On your adventures, you might find minerals such as crimson iron, which are veins of iron that have been overrun with corruption, spawning dangerous foes when you approach. Or perhaps orichalcum, which are dangerous foes.
That lacerate had really high attack speed.
When you approach.
Oh man, if I can do old school lacerate, fucking flying purple people, that build I fucking loved back in the day, the blood magic build with Starforge. Oh, that's very nostalgic to me.
Orichalcum, which you will have to liberate from the demons worshipping it.
Geargate, you
Petrified
little
amber attracts
shitter.
mindless, blighted enemies. While bismuth has a strong affinity to the elements and causes the area to become unstable.
Okay.
If you're lucky, you might find vericium, a material as valuable as it is dangerous, and guarded by very powerful foes. Once you defeat these monsters, the deposit will automatically be tagged for mining. But first, we need to get someone to do the hard labor.
Nico?
This is of course a trade expedition and nothing is free. Miners, along with other workers that the Kalgurans have hired, must be paid in cold hard gold, which you'll notice is now dropping throughout Rayclast.
Oh.
You will have control about who gets...
So this is the, hey, let's warm people up to some PoE2 mechanics, because gold's coming. All right.
...hired into your enterprise. Once you have accumulated some gold, head to the town and talk to the recruiter, Ralph.
Okay.
He's been busy tracking down hardy...
I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting a lot of heist vibes when it comes to like a unique town with like custom NPCs that you have to walk around and talk to. A lot of heist vibes.
...folk across Rayclast who are looking for work. You'll notice each person has their specialties and a wage cost. It'll be up to you to hire and fire as you please.
Well, obviously, you want to hire the cheapest person so that way you can keep everyone's wages generally low. Because if you always hire the expensive one, everyone's just going to expect higher and higher wages. So you just Gotta play the capitalism a little, you know?
Over the course of the league, you'll be searching for your perfect employees for each job. Once you have them, you'll have to keep them paid, safe, and alive, which we'll get into later.
Oh my god, there's OSHA in Rayclast? I gotta keep them safe? What the fuck? I gotta insure them? Come on, GGG. Come on, not everybody lives in New Zealand with great opportunities, okay? Some of us have to fucking struggle, okay? OSHA's a recommendation.
Here we have a prospect who has a specialty in mining. We'll start with that so we can begin to retrieve some of those resources we were talking about earlier. Let's go find some ore and put our miner to use.
Bow build? What the fuck? Who's gonna play a bow build?
Orichalcum ore. It's guarded by dangerous demons worshipping a strange shrine.
You should play explosive arrow totems just to fuck with
giving
people.
them power. But once you defeat them, you can seize that power for yourself. After that, we can tag the ore, and our mining specialist will get to work.
So it's like a mini headhunter buff?
Soon, we encounter a few more deposits, each with a different dangerous encounter. After you have tagged the mineral veins, your miners will get to work collecting resources in real time.
Okay, hold on. There's a lot going on with this league mechanic. Let me understand it. When you're mapping, you'll come across minerals. You need to kill the things around the minerals, and then once those minerals are done or cleared or whatever, ready for mining, you need to assign that mineral to a miner that you have previously already set up and have paid below market value because you want to have an advantage in this economy. And so the minimum wage worker is going to be assigned to the task that we find while mapping. Okay.
They might
Says the man with government and health benefits. Dude, they are really good benefits, but I am at the peak of my pharmacy tech career, okay? There's no going up from here. I am at the peak. I am like at the top like 3% of pay for like pharmacy techs, okay? That's why we're getting a college degree, unlocking a whole new career.
A while, but we'll continue whether you are logged in or not.
Okay, kind of disappointing. Basically, I know they just said you don't have to like be there for it and you can log off, but like this is dailies. Come on. I don't want to do dailies. I don't want to do, what is this Miss Pandaria shit? Come on. I don't know how much I like that. I don't know. Mid. I don't like this idea. I don't like hard gated time stuff.
The work can be sped up by hiring more or better miners, and by upgrading the mining station back in Kingsmarch to equip them with advanced pickaxes. Alright, some time has passed and our miners have been able to get
insert Minecraft joke here.
Get the resources back to town.
See you in bed in a second.
We've also managed to collect some more gold too. We can now upgrade the town and build new structures.
Hey, forget the pet chicken. Can I have a pet sheep? I want a pet sheep that follows me around and goes, just randomly as I fucking whoop Shaper's ass.
Plenty of options. We just need to decide where to start. I think we'll start with the tavern, the beating heart of Kingsmarch. It can be upgraded
Is this really a 45-minute league preview? Is there nothing about PUB2 in this either?
Instantly to improve
it's a long fucking video.
And you can find various important NPCs relaxing here.
Okay.
Next, we'll upgrade our mining station. You can upgrade this to improve the efficiency of your miners and allocate our newly hired workers to mining.
Okay, wait. So to get faster miners, you need to pay them a lot of money. You need to buy a better pickaxe for them. So give them a diamond pickaxe. Gonna hear that joke all league. Give them a diamond pickaxe, and then you need to go to the station and get a better station. Okay.
You will eventually need a smelter, where you...
Fonzie, makes sense that a sheep would be following you while you whoop Shaper's ass in your dreams. Listen, my Spectral Throw bleed build. I don't even know if they're buffing bleed yet, okay? But my Spectral Throw bleed build, that's gonna kill Ubers, bitch.
You can send your ore to turn into more valuable bars. Then we have the Disenchanter, where you can bring your magic, rare, or unique items to be added to a queue to be disenchanted over time.
You know why it's over time, right? You know why this is over time. It's because of Diablo. They don't want you to just go to town, have like 20 rares, click a button, move on, right? They don't want that obligation of like visiting out of a map 6 times. So they have to like time gate it. Oh, dearie.
The items will be broken down into thaumaturgic dust, a new resource used for crafting and shipping.
25
We'll
minutes.
get more into that later. And of course, a town needs food. You
Okay.
could invest in farming, where you can select crops to grow and harvest. But don't worry, you won't be manually watering anything. Ah, the wonders of delegation. With all these resources piling
I was
up,
trying to think of a funny joke, but like, honestly, I can't. Part of me wants to do the honest living thing in Path of Exile where I just farm like pumpkins and shit for all the metagamers. It's like, here you go, have some pumpkins for some chaos. I kind of want to do the honest living thing, chat.
there will be excess that we can spend. Let's talk about rewards in Settlers of Kalgur.
Well, look at all the smelted bars. Holy shit.
Eventually, you can build a harbour and establish shipping routes between a number of different Kalguran and Karui ports for trade.
Okay.
You'll be able to pile your acquired resources onto these ships and send them to a port of your choosing.
Oh my god. It's fucking Civilization. Oh, baby. I'm gonna fucking crush this league mechanic, okay? If you want, like, optimal trade routes, fuck the new Civilization. Or not Civilization, I'm sorry. AD, the Anno series. That's what I'm thinking of in my head, sorry. Like, ship trade routes and shit to maximize resources. 1503 AD. Best Anno game, best soundtrack. Oh my god, Scarborough Fair. Dude, that game was all about like controlling ships and trade routes and maximizing resources and shit on there. This league's trash to me. I'm already maxing. It's done.
Where your traders will haggle for the best deals. Each port will return specific rewards based on what you send them. They accept all types of resources, but will have a preferred type that they'll currently pay more for. And you'll want to get onto this, because eventually you could be bringing in shipments like this.
Hold on. Like this. Okay, what's the value here? We have, okay, ignore all the rares. Trash unique. 99% of the time trash unique. Tinker skin? Squire Ruiner, Combs, Oros. Okay. 8 Chaos. Ooh. Big stash, boys. They didn't even show a divine. Damn.
This.
All right. That's better. Oh, that's better too. Okay, I'll shut up. I'll shut the fuck
Or
up. Okay,
even
there's 6
this.
divines. Okay. Oh. Ooh.
Today,
Okay.
we're going to trade with Kalgur.
Maybe I should just shut up and watch the video, huh?
You'll notice that as we send more resources, this risk meter creeps up. Much like the dangers on the shores of Wrecklast, there are dangers out at sea. Monsters, pirates, environmental
Is that 4.5 hours real time?
hazards. You'll want to try keep your shipment safe. You can do this by hiring workers that specialize in shipping. The more of them you add to the ship, the less risk there will be. Like this gentleman, who's famous for fending off even the most dangerous of pirates.
John Rye.
Now let's get that
Is that a
shipment
reference?
going, and we'll continue exploring Wrecklast while we wait for its return.
Okay.
This is the first Path of Exile League that experiments with true real-time mechanics. You
Okay.
can send out shipments, go and have lunch,
Okay.
and come back to your rewards.
So okay, so now that he's talking about it, let's talk about it. Kind of alluded to this. I don't like this kind of system in a video game because it just reminds me of World of Warcraft dailies, which is like my least favorite part of any MMO ever. I hate dailies. I hate fucking logging in, doing a bunch of chores, and just fucking leaving. I'd rather just play the game. I'd rather open a breach, you know? So for me, this whole real-time thing is kind of mid, especially because I am the kind of person where I have a career I don't want to have to wake up before work, do the league mechanic, and then go to work and then play it when I get back. Okay. I play for like, I have enough time to play it for like 3 to 6 hours a day. Okay. In a block. So I'm worried that I can just do something once and then just 24 hours later, finally engage with it. Sleepy Mush. Bye-bye, Bozo. Hi there. I would also rather just play. I hate micromanagement, but I think this one isn't supposed to be dailies. Yeah, it's gonna be dailies for me because I only can do it once a day. You shitting on my morning routine? Hell yeah. I think it's just supposed to be some set and forget things to do every now and then. Yeah, I guess you could call that like a daily chore, like a task that you have to do every like 6 to 24 hours, where you just kind of click a few things and then you just get more powerful over time. I guess we could shorten that to like calling it a daily. I'm not shaming it, by the way. I trust GGG mostly. I trust GGG. I'll play it. I'll have fun. Just
Many mechanics in the league work this way, so you'll always have some ongoing projects.
Oh wow! Hi, Sleepy Mush. I see you lurking there.
Outcome to look forward to. When your shipment has returned or met its demise, you'll get notified. And at your leisure, you can return to the town to collect your rewards.
Okay.
Our shipment returned safely, so let's go see what we got. Ooh.
4.5. Ooh, sorry, hold on. I know this is a new unique there, I think. Oh, it's a ward item. Okay, hold on.
They've sent us a unique item alongside our rewards, perhaps hoping to secure us as a loyal customer for the future.
That's a lot of ward. That's a lot of ward. Like this is thousands of ward. That's kind of crazy.
Aside from shipping, the Kalgurans are big on their technology. They have hired Isla, a familiar face from the Heist League. She is an engineer who the Kalgurans have employed for a very exciting purpose. You're not the only one who understands how profitable running maps can be. Once at endgame, Isla can help you build a series of Kalguran modified map devices. You can then put a queue of maps into them.
Oh my god, are we gonna have
If you've
AI?
hired a few skilled Atlas runners, they will put themselves to work running those maps for you one after another. Look.
Chat, it's a daily. It's a daily. This is like the stronghold in World of Warcraft Draenor, where you just set up your NPCs to go like play the game for you, and you have to check up on them once every 24 hours. It's a daily.
More delegation. Once again, you'll be notified when the rewards are ready to be collected.
Oh my god, we even get real-time updates. I just found out to have birds in my ceiling. I don't know. I'm going crazy as I get older. I think there's birds around me all the time. I'm going schizo, yo.
You can put lots of maps in the queue, so don't feel obliged to go back there all the time.
Oh my god, control click. What is this? You're dragging like a dick. Fucking hold control, press click.
Be careful though. The difficulty of the map impacts
Sepulture, my favorite map. 95% chance for an Atlas runner to be permanently killed. Cute. Sepulture is my favorite. I'm glad to see it's back, baby.
risk of your workers perishing.
Well, not back, but I'm glad to see it.
Try to pick your best workers, or perhaps just ones you don't like. Consider the difficulty too. Sometimes it's better to just run it yourself. You'll see there are many benefits to having a whole-ass town at your fingertips.
A whole ass town.
Let's talk about crafting services. You should definitely consider building a runesmithing table.
Okay.
This is operated by Danik himself, using powerful Kalguran blacksmithing arts. He can engrave runic magic onto your weapons using runes. There are many rune types and combinations to choose from, and you can unlock new crafts that can be applied to your weapons as
If I have to pick any of these fuckers up off the ground, I am never engaging with this mechanic.
enchantments. Our design intention here is to take powerful effects you would usually only find on unique items.
Trigger a socketed fire spell on hit. That's always horrible. That's the sun-looking shield thing with like the half wing on it. I know of the item. The person who actually commissioned that, well, paid enough money, they got the unique item. They actually put the fire spell on hit thing. It's actually fireball off of the shield, not fire spell, but fireball. With a 0.25 second cooldown, and it was trash. He actually was disappointed it had an internal cooldown.
Like this modifier, which you might recognize from Doomfletcher's Prism. Danig can apply it to your which you might recognize from
Has no physical damage, has 100% increased elemental damage. That's insane. Like, fuck everything else on here. This is the good shit. Could you imagine an elemental claw with this fucking mod? Holy shit. That's 100% increased local too, right? That's a dog shit? What the? That's not... Hold on. Just to be clear, it's 100% increased local, right? Not global? You're not doing 100% increased elemental damage like as a global mod. It's local to the weapon. Meaning if you have a tier 1 lightning mod on it, this mod here turns into like 2 tier 1 lightning mods. Am I misunderstanding this? Is this not what I think it is?
Doomfletcher's Prism.
You can convert Fizz to Ellie. Why get rid of it for increased? You get rid of it for increased because it's local. It's 100% more effectively. I mean, not really because there's other increase, whatever, right? But this is great. Like on, let's say you're doing like, you can deterministically craft a dex stacking cold damage claw, right? Where it's like 2 to 4 cold damage per 10 dex, right? On that kind of item where you're dex stacking, this is perfect. That makes me think this is not local because that would just be broken. If it is local, it's incredible. Like Spectral Throw cold stacking mod or something. Like that's just, if this works how I think it is, it's absolutely fucking insane.
Danig can apply it to your 2-hand maces. There are over 100 different special crafting outcomes, ranging from ones very easily applied to very difficult.
Okay.
The rune types can be acquired through trade with...
I was about to say, I saw the lightning mod here and I was like, oh, that's the appropriate power level. But then I look at the cost and it's like, oh, you can throw this on anything and this is super expensive. Gotcha.
Kalgur, or defeating powerful bosses. The Kalguran tech benefits don't end there. We're also bringing back a formerly overpowered crowd favorite, Recombination.
You know what's funny is I actually streamed Sentinel League where this Recombinator thing came from, and I played a lot lately. That's where I did the cold stacking or the deck stacking Spectral Throw build. I did the I did Mathel's claw deck stacking thing. Anyway, the thing I just described. The Recombinators were cool. I didn't need it for the build I played because it was already, the cold deck stacking thing is already deterministically crafted. It's just a matter of like time. Yep, I was there. Oh, you were there. Damn.
Isla is trying to master this. She just needs you to help her with getting resources.
Oh, 48,000. Holy shit.
The system isn't as strong as it used to be, but it still allows you to combine 2 items together, hoping to get the best modifiers of each onto a single item.
Okay.
Between running a town...
What does he mean not as powerful? I wonder if that means like you need to have like a minimum of 4 mods on each item or something. I don't know.
Shipping, and exploring, you'll be collecting a lot of extra gold. It is now the primary resource for 2 huge new quality of life features that we are putting to test.
Oh, the currency trading.
Firstly, you can use gold to respec passive points.
You can no longer get random mods when recombining. Oh, so like deck stacking on boots? The 2 to 4 cold damage per 10 decks on boots?
This is a feature from Path of Exile 2 that we've decided just makes sense to port back. The higher level you are, the more expensive it gets. And the next one is absolutely massive.
That's whatever.
A currency trade market. The Kalgurans have recruited Faustus, another NPC from the Heist League. He allows you to asynchronously buy and sell currency and most other stackable items with other players without the nuisance of price fixes and people who never respond. All you need to do is select what currency you want, say what you have, and your ideal ratio. It works kinda like a real-life stock market. Faustus will make the trade happen for you, so long as there is someone selling on the other end for the same rate or less.
Oh, you don't have to be online at all. Ooh. I knew it said async. I thought it meant like if you were online and they were online, then it would appear as like an option and then it would just do it, right? They mean actual async, like you can be offline. Okay. Oh shit. You got to play Trade League this league then, right? Like what nerd? It's going to be kind of exciting because like nobody's going to want to watch like an SSF streamer this league, right? Everyone's going to want to do trade. Man, this might be the league to do trade, huh? Okay.
You'll be able to go back to
Sleepy Mush, I know you just redeemed Femboy. We're going to hold off on that because I'm IRL streaming. Wait, can I do this? Hold on. No, I'm not doing that. Nah.
Blasting monsters, while trusty Faustus does the dirty work, notifying you when your currency is ready for collection. All you need to do is pay him a small amount of gold for his time. Cards on the table. This is an experiment to see if this type of asynchronous trading has a place in future Path of Exile releases.
Okay, this is the big question. It's a problem that I saw and was actually discussed among the audience that, because I went to ExileCon, right? I played PoE2 already, the demo that was there, right? Something that was talked about in the audience was a problem with this design. What stops people from trading currency on their own private website where they're like, hey, trade without worrying about gold limitations and just fucking have your shit? How do you stop that? Because there will be a website that goes up and it's like privately ran and it's like, here's a currency trading website. No gold limitations here. Buy and sell away. That's going to be a problem, right? And I don't know if they've ever addressed it. So I think this is the league that it's going to start appearing. What do you mean? How do you stop that? We already have that. Well, the problem is there's gold limitations on all of this automated like currency trading thing. If it's GGG, and this will happen, if the gold cost is too high for a lot of people and it's actually a limiting factor, because otherwise why even have gold limitations at all? You're going to get limited. You're going to get frustrated that you're limited, and you're just going to go to a private website to trade the currency anyway. So it's just kind of like a moot point. So I don't know how this is going to work. TFT and trade websites are already what you're describing. Yeah, I think this is a TFT buff, honestly.
We're very excited to see how it goes. Now, given that Faustus
also, if essences are not a currency, I'm going to get upset because I swear to God, if I have to buy 100 essences from people again, I'm going to not ever craft with essences again in my life.
is an expert in black market trade and shady deals. He also provides another service.
Gamble?
Offering items for gold. The items will generate with random rarity, and on average the modifiers on them are better than normal. This can be a very nice way to get some targeted items during the campaign.
Okay, this is the gambling everyone wanted, right? Come on, this is the thing everyone wanted and when they heard of gambling. This is the mechanic where you can just grab the same shield over and over. That's pretty cool. I like this a lot. I know he just said it was for the campaign, but like, what else are you gonna do with gold? Trade currency? You're an SSF, bitch. You're gambling.
For serious crafters, it can be a great starting point for making those elusive specific...
Holy shit, 130 life? What the fuck? What rolls are that? So it's hybrid mana life, T1 life. T1 life on a belt is 99, right? That's like the max you can get on one roll. I guess it's possible. I don't know. It's been a while since I looked at life rolls.
In-game items, which
Newton Long
you could take to the runesmith afterwards. It's
Hi
worth
there,
noting
Newton Long. I haven't seen you here before. Hi.
that you can invite Faustus to your hideout, where he will always be available for respecking, currency exchange, and black market items.
I wish all of the NPCs could be at my hideout.
As your town grows, it will attract more attention, good and bad.
Oh my god, give me that armor set. Holy shit, I love that. I like the look of leather in Path of Exile. I really like this. Like, I wish this was an MTX. I really like not flashy, not RNG, fucking not RNG, RGB. I don't like RGB armor. I like really basic leather outfits. Give me this for an MTX. I'll pay for it.
Settlers of Kalgur features 3 endgame bosses that will close in on your operations, wanting a piece of the pie. They might capture and ransom your workers, even your entire ships. You'll have to make some tough decisions. Will you take them on or pay them off? One example of a boss is Sasan, the Bandit Lord. You won't stumble across this boss by accident. Instead, this unsavory character can come into your town at night and take your Atlas runners hostage, holding them for ransom. What happens next is up to you. Perhaps you'll refuse to negotiate with bandits.
Imagine you have 7 children and a wife and a career? No, 3 careers. You come in the morning, oh, GGG is making me do a daily. All right, I'm going to log in like 30 minutes before work and I'm just going to get it done, okay? You come in. This dumbass boss says, hey, all of that daily you just set up for yesterday just to get it done now? No, bitch, you dumbass, you motherfucker. Kill me or you give up a lot of your rewards. Do you have time? Can you do it before work? The answer's no. You got to pay him off, bitch. Sink or swim.
Leading to a fight to defeat Sasan and rescue your workers. If you're not up for the heroics, you might simply pay the ransom in gold. Or perhaps these workers were especially disappointing, and you'll just leave them for dead in true Ray class fashion. They knew what they were signing up for, right? Of course, the heroics might be worth it for other reasons. These bosses can drop new unique items.
Okay, I know he's going to explain it. Give me a second. Chance to block spell. A lot of spell block chance. 136 to ward. Okay. 10%, minus 10% to max block, attack, and spell. Chance to block is lucky. Trigger a socketed elemental spell on block with a 0.25 second cooldown. Okay, what can you even do with this? Ignoring the ward part of it. We're going to ignore the ward for a second, but just the block stuff. So my thought process is you would, I mean, you have to go well, they're remaking Gladiator, we know that, but I'm assuming Gladiator's still going to have the block identity. Go for max block chance, ignore the spell block at all, and shoot for max attack block? Nah, this is unreliable though, isn't it? I don't know.
In sum, Settlers of Kalgur is a very experimental league with new mechanics that will completely...
Lucky chance the block is massive? Well, it depends on how much Gladiator matters. If Gladiator doesn't give attack, I know they're just remaking it. I know they're about to talk about it. Shut up, chat. I got a chance to pause, okay? Let me speculate. If Gladiator currently, the new one, does not give any block identity at all, and you just have what's on the tree and in the game and everywhere else, then attack block being lucky is cool, but like it's not, it's a lot of investment.
Change how you play the core game. We've been sitting on a lot of these ideas for a while and can't wait to share them with you. But there's a lot more to this expansion. Let's talk about balance.
Okay.
Well, we've finally rebalanced the Gladiator. It's been a long time coming.
People have been, I know this is right in front of me, I'm going to avoid reading it for a second. People have been asking for a Gladiator remake for so fucking long. All right, let's look at it. We're positive. Gain 50, hold on, let's go in order here. Block route. Gain 50% base chance to block from equipped shield instead of the shield's value. Inherent bonuses from dual wielding are doubled. Oh. Chance to block, attack, or spell damage is lucky if you blocked recently. Wow, nobody is going to take that node. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, I've never seen a less clicked on ascendancy node in my fucking life. Holy shit. Unless the rest of block mechanically has changed on the tree and everything, nobody's going to take this unreliable ass node. Okay, cool. Next. Bleeding enemies you kill explode, dealing 20% of their max life as physical damage. Okay. That's a nerf to that node, actually. It's a buff in terms of the number. Like 20% of max life is absolutely insane in terms of like explosion damage, but you lose the more bleed damage. So I hope bleed gets buffed somewhere else, because that's a lot of missing damage, and the explosion damage doesn't really matter. It's just the fact that you have explosion. And bleeding you inflict is aggravated. Oh, like my dad. Bleeding, which has been aggravated, always deals higher damage as though the target was moving. Oh, so you get no ensnaring arrow build. But it's not a damage buff, right? It's just a quality of life thing. You just don't have ensnaring arrow anymore. If you had ensnaring arrow before, and everything else about bleed is the same, which it's not, this is less damage, but I'm sure they changed it.
Like before, there are passive skills that allow you to invest in bleeding and block. We've designed new skills replacing
We're programming, don't worry. We'll just see how this goes.
some of the old ones. Like this, War of Attrition, which is very handy for long sustained boss fights.
I'm blocking it. Deal 1% more damage with hits and ailments to rare and unique enemies for each second they've ever been in your presence, up to a maximum of 100%. I'm assuming that's going to be the same distance as Pride Aura, which is pretty far, but not like unlimited. If it's like Pride Aura, it's 100 seconds. Are you ever going to like late game bosses? What is this going to be on average? Because like, what is a more damage? Like, of all the ascendancies that give % more damage generically, what is one ascendancy node worth? 30% more, you think? 25% more? So are you going to see an average of 25-30% more damage with this? Yeah, probably. I mean, bleed builds do take a while to kill, but you're giving up that early game burst for late game burst. Or early fight burst for late fight burst. Straight up double damage with this node. Yeah, after like fucking 2 minutes of fighting. How... Like, okay, I guess it's a buff against like super late game bosses, which I guess is where bleeding truly like sucks ass anyway. But like, are you gonna spend 2 minutes on a fucking yellow map? Red map? Boss? No, right? And that's where bleeding kind of struggles.
Further alongside the
Do
gladiator
you
theme,
kill anything in less than 2 minutes? Hey, don't be the fucking meme where you like, do you kill anything less than 2 minutes? And it's like angry face. Fucking don't be the gray face meme, all right?
this new passive allows you to combine different weapon
Oh my god. Okay. 25% more accuracy rating while wielding a sword, 20% more area of effect while wielding a mace or scepter, 20% more critical strike chance while wielding a dagger, 20% of leech's instant while wielding a claw, 30% more damage with hits and ailments against enemies that are on low life while you are wielding an axe. So that's 15% more damage while you're wielding an axe. Meh. I mean, the claws are cool, I guess, but life gain on hit's so strong right now that I feel like just leech being instant isn't even that great because you already have the passive for it on the tree. Meh.
types while dual wielding to get
I
a
wanna see what this
variety of
node is.
powerful bonuses. For example, holding a dagger will give you more critical strike chance, while holding a mace, all weapon type bonuses.
Okay.
And finally, you could just use Varanastra for all weapon type bonuses.
Ooh, Varanastra. Does this fix Varanastra? Like, Varanastra's problem is low base damage, right? Even after it got buffed. So, does giving Varanastra 25% more accuracy rating, 20% more AoE, 20% more crit chance, that matters. 20% leech's instant, 30% against hits, so 15% more damage on average? Maybe. Maybe. I wouldn't dual wield Varanastras and go the dual wielding node, but maybe.
And finally, we have a new notable which allows you to invest in the newly added retaliation skills.
Retaliation skills can be used for an additional 2 seconds, 50% retention. They're changing. Oh my god, I now know how they're changing it. I just got brain blasted. Retaliation skills are things you have to click on now after something happens. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, can you give me your honest thoughts on Flicker this league? Is it going to be viable or a change? Well, this is my first reaction to ever seeing the league, and I don't even know how Melee got buffed, so I don't know yet. But think about how brave I am for telling a new viewer I don't know something.
These are active skills which require you to meet a certain condition in order to use them.
Yeah?
Once you meet that condition, you can unleash devastation on your foes.
How do I feel about this whole Gladiator rework? It makes me want to play Bleed less, which, you know, probably isn't the worst thing in the world. It makes me want to go like, gosh, I don't even want to say dual wielding. What would I even play with this? Maybe if retaliation skills are cool, I'd do that. But like, I don't know. It's not huge for me. Maybe the other Ascendancy would be more my style.
Here we have Eviscerate, which requires you to have a shield. Or for those who like to dual wield...
Wait, what was happening there? Is it just damage in a line?
Those who like to dual wield, Sword Storm, which is great for obliterating bosses. Here, which is great for Or for those who like to dual wield, Sword Storm, which is great for obliterating bosses.
Oh, if that's how that works, now I'm more excited for Gladiator. And now we can go, okay, now I can see the dual wielding shit. Okay, now I understand. Now that I have more information, I understand why they're doing that with dual wielding. Okay, that's why you get double effect on base effective dual wielding. Okay, I got you. Kind of cool.
Here, we have the Divine Retribution skill. This one has the condition requiring you to block. You can then unleash a devastating spell, causing lightning bolts to strike the ground in an X shape around your target location, doing huge amounts of damage.
Okay.
And of course, in true Path of Exile fashion, there are many avenues to invest in these mechanics further on the passive tree and a new support gem.
Whoa, look at Marauder area. It changed a lot. They added a new elemental ailment wheel here. The fire, Avatar of Fire is in the same place, but the fire damage wheel got changed sides. And they added a retaliation wheel there. Oh, that's cool. Okay. This got changed. Down here, and I'm blocking it. Interesting. Passive tree changes.
You are able to increase the leeway duration after meeting the condition, reduce the cooldowns, or just increase their damage.
Oh, you get free Fortify. Okay,
World's
cool.
your oyster.
10 rage.
The Gladiator wasn't the only Ascendancy class we've changed. As we develop Path of Exile systems, we often find ourselves reusing mechanics, increasing their depth, and allowing more avenues to invest into them.
I know I've seen Mirage
As
Archer.
such, the Raider Ascendancy class found itself lacking, with many of its passives commonly available elsewhere.
Yeah, Raider was generally, I'm sure he's going to say it, Raider was generally like the best like league starter until you got any amount of statistics somewhere else, and then it just kind of became swapped to Deadeye, you know? Give it a little identity, you know?
We want our Ascendancy classes to always feel like they're pushing the boundaries, allowing you to change your character in ways that are meaningful and ideally unique.
Okay.
As a result, we've
I remember you from your purely old Can't Die Flicker. That's why I'm on the ride until we get there. Whoa, pizza bagels. That's an old video. Holy shit, that's a deep cut. Hell yeah, Crest of Desire, Petrified Blood. Fucking Super Slayer Leech. Holy shit. Oh my god, you make me want to play that build again. I'm a better player now, all right? That was the sometimes die if you're me kind of build, you know? There's better builds out there. But yeah. Ooh, baby.
straight up removed the Raider, rest in peace. And we've added a new class in its place, the Warden. This class is largely inspired by its predecessor from the Affliction League, with a few changes.
Tinctures?
The Warden now focuses on elemental attacks, changing the behavior of shock.
Shocks from your hits increase damage taken by 2%. You can apply up to 50 shocks to each enemy. Oh, that's some funk. Okay. Hold on, chat. Just... You guys tried to sell me on Gladiator needing 100 seconds to do double damage. Meanwhile, you get shocks from your hits increase damage taken by 2%, which is scalable, by the way, and you can apply it to 50 shocks, so fuck me. Jesus, what a better node.
Enhancing freeze.
Enemies you freeze remain frozen for at least 2 seconds. Freezing hits that do not apply freeze apply Hoarfrost. Hoarfrost increases freeze duration on enemies by 20% per stack. Freezing an enemy removes all stacks. Hoarfrost lasts 10 seconds and refreshes the duration of an existing Hoarfrost. Oh, okay. Super freeze.
And replacing Ignite with Scorch.
If you would ignite an enemy, you scorch them instead. Oh, it's the elemental pen one, right? Yeah, up to 30%. You can apply an additional scorch. Okay. Does that mean you get minus 60% resistances? Wow. Wow. Oh, dude. You know what this makes me want to play? This makes me want to unironically play, not Elemental Hit, fucking Wild Strike. Block out the cold. I would play Wild Strike, I would block out the cold, go Shock and Fire. That's pretty cool. And then go like, and then even go like Elemental fucking alternating one where you get the exposure for free, but it's like a really powerful one, like 25%.
That allows you to go ballistic with your elemental damage. Period.
Grants level 20 Unbound Avatar. Gain 1 Unbound Fury when you inflict an ailment with a hit on an enemy, no more than once every 0.2 seconds, so 5 a second. Cannot gain while unbound. Your hits will always inflict free shock and ignite while unbound. 80% more elemental damage while unbound. Become unbound for 10 seconds, which has no effects beyond those listed here. Unbound Avatar requires 100 Unbound Fury. Okay, so if you get 5 a second at the max, but this is going to be an attack speed kind of build, so yeah, you're getting that. 5 a second, and you need 100 Fury. That means you need 20 seconds. Which, by the way, Gladiator gets 20% more damage at this point, so keep that in mind. What a fucking meme. So after 20 seconds, you get 80% more damage for the 10 seconds, which can probably be scaled with duration, right? That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good. Yeah, it's a little good.
The class also grants Barkskin, which is
wow, that's an insanely powerful offensive tree. Here's Barkskin.
a skill that can be used to mitigate physical damage from hits. After taking a number of hits, it increases your evasion, making it a great defensive choice.
Oh, they changed it. Wait, is that how that worked before? I think they changed it. Before it was like 5 hits, right? You had 100% increased armor, for example. I don't know what it actually was. It was like 100% increased. Every time you got hit, you had the increase lowered by 20%, but then you got 20% increased evasion or something like that. It was armor first, and then it got turned into evasion, but it was every hit. And they just said after a couple of hits. So maybe you get the armor for more reliably, and then as you get low health, you get more evasion. Oh, okay.
Finally, the last thing the Warden can specialize in is tinctures. These are an
I hope they bring back the all damage can poison tincture, so that way I don't have to do Pathfinder whenever I want to do Chaos build.
Alternative to flasks from the Affliction League. We're bringing them back with adjusted mechanics.
Oh, wait, what?
League. We're bringing them back.
Tincture effects also apply to ranged weapon attacks. Is there... What would want this? What ranged weapon wants a tincture? Bleed bow? I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I never thought about tinctures and ranged weapons before.
with adjusted mechanics.
Tincture effects linger on you for 0.5 seconds per mana burn on you when the tincture was deactivated, up to a maximum of 6 seconds. Tincture applied to you have 30% less mana burn rate. Okay. Okay. You can have an additional tincture active. Oh, so you can't stack like 4 of them anymore. Oh no, you couldn't do that before. Could you? It was, no, you did just have the one tincture and then you got huge increased effect on it. Right.
Tinctures can be placed in your belt, replacing flasks.
Yeah, what was that bleed one?
You can inherently only have tinctures can be placed
20% to cause bleeding with melee weapons and ranged. 80% increased damage with bleeding. Okay, so they
in your
lowered
belt,
the damage, I think.
replacing flasks.
I think.
You can
It's been a while.
inherently only have one tincture active at a time, and it requires a melee weapon to use. While activated, they grant a powerful buff. They can drop as magic items or be modified with powerful buff.
Inflicts mana burn every 0.7 seconds. Okay, so there's a cost to them now. They're not just free. They're not just free stats. You have to actually pay for them. Okay.
They can drop as magic items or be modified with currency to grant extra bonuses.
That's new.
Here
Oh, so you can
is a
craft them now. Okay.
prismatic tincture. This one increases elemental damage by 100% while active.
Oh, well, there you go. That's pretty good for ranged weapons.
You'll notice it has 2 extra effects. One is that it applies mana burn every second.
Yeah.
Mana burn is a debuff that builds up while tinctures are active that causes you to lose mana,
Yep.
losing more mana for each stack.
Doesn't matter at all.
Tinctures also have a cooldown, so once you have disabled one, no other tincture can be enabled for a time.
Does this matter? How much mana burn do you have to have before a leech just stops doing its thing, you know? I think it's not very much.
These
I'm just thinking like spectral throw or something where you have the mark and all the fucking just shitting out projectiles, mana gain on hit and all that. Like, I don't know if there's any amount of mana burn that would not let that work because it'll just leech on its own. I don't know. It's a lot.
changes make tincture use a more active and interesting choice than it was in Affliction. Both mana burn and the cooldown can be modified through modifiers on the tinctures or on the passive skill tree.
I am not going to play a tincture build because I don't find that fun to micromanage a fucking tincture and worry about mana burn and shit. Listen, I'm the kind of guy, okay? You give me a mana cost, I'll build around it. But if you give me fluctuating mana costs, fuck you, I'm doing something else, all right? There's a million builds in this game. Fluctuating mana costs, not my style.
Players will want to maximize their tincture uptime for sure.
Code Toil, welcome to the ostensibly not programming stream, but a game that's very close to my heart. I traveled to New Zealand for this shit, okay? Life tap easy.
Here we have a couple other tinctures.
Blood magic easy.
The Poisonberry tincture is excellent for poison builds.
Nah.
The Rosethorn tincture is the choice for those wanting to deal critical strikes.
Oh! So you can give ranged weapons, if you really invest all in here and you for some reason don't do Deadeye, you can get 100% increased elemental damage and 100% increased, was it critical strike damage?
Poison builds. The Rosethorn tincture is the
Oh, critical strike chance.
choice for those wanting
Wouldn't you
to
rather just play Deadeye and just get, like, Tailwind?
deal critical strikes. You might be wondering, with the removal of the Raider, where has the Frenzy Charge investment gone? We've added a Frenzy Charge passive skill to the Deadeye.
5% more accuracy rating per frenzy. Gain a frenzy charge each second while moving. 1 maximum frenzy. Oh! Wow. Deadeye got a really interesting node for frenzy charges. So they're nerfing it, right?
Replacing the Rupture passive skill.
Okay, bleed, whatever.
On top of Ascendancy classes, we have
Okay, fuck Rupture. Jesus Christ. Fucking, here you go, have some frenzy charges. For free, no investment.
revisited a number of core mechanics. This time taking pains to ensure easy access through the passive tree, skill gems, and simple items. We don't want all the powerful mechanics to be hidden behind layers of complexity.
Okay.
Let's just rapid fire through the key points. If you want more detail later, you can read the patch notes,
Which we will do very shortly.
which will be dropped after the live stream. Be sure to let us know what you think. There's a lot of changes, so be prepared for a bit of a shock to the system.
Okay. Well, what that means, okay. The reason why they said it that way is like, hey, when you read a line and it's like huge, one way or the other, nerf or buff, just don't look at it in a vacuum. Look at the entire thing and understand why it's changing before you complain on Reddit. That's what he's saying there.
Expect it will take several days for the dust to settle on this one.
Several days?
Firstly, we've made some drastic alterations to melee skills. Let me just rip this band-aid off. Melee totem skill gems have been removed. We're trying to adopt a
Thank you. Thank you. Okay? I'm not one to complain about totems, okay? It's fine. It's just, I don't mind certain builds needing totems. I really didn't. It was cool if it was like, I opted into that, where I understood why this build needed totems. The problem is every single fucking melee build, sans a very few, use the totems, and it just got on everyone's nerves. That's all.
The philosophy with melee going forward that unlike other builds, it will be far less oriented around set and forget gameplay. You will deal the damage yourself, and you should be rewarded for doing so. To compensate, we have buffed the damage on almost every single melee skill.
Okay.
As the majority of this damage growth comes from gem levels, we have also made them cost more mana as they level, but it's nothing like the mana costs on spells. Here are some examples of the damage and costs before and after.
So, melee gems, more than anything else, it's the first thing they mention after totems, right? Melee gems scale damage with levels, much better than before, which is really interesting. So, hopefully that means everything is like Bone Shatter, where Bone Shatter feels good no matter what fucking level it's at. It's just every level, you can just feel that impact immediately. So, every gem is like that now, huh? Well, ideally. Wild Strike?
Heavy Strike has gone from dealing 313% attack damage at gem level 20 to a massive 552% attack damage.
Oh shit, no, I pressed the wrong button. Fuck. Wait, hold on, we were right there. It was, not kinetic bolt. Fuck, I'm past it. What is all this? Oh my god, how much more do we have left?
A lot of changes. We've made it off.
Okay, that's done. Okay.
As the majority of the cost percent attack damage.
Okay, holy shit, 550%. And there's no knockback. And it can be, oh no, yeah, you can use it with stabs. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, that's a lot of single target damage. That's more than what the totems gave you. Is that true? Because both totems together probably accounted for like, because you're going to get like Panopticon and shit, right? It probably accounted for like 40 to 50% more damage between the totems. So yeah, this is about right, right?
At gem level 20.
Both totems are like 50% more damage together. Yeah. I guess it is a buff then. Okay.
To a massive 552% attack damage.
Keeping in mind that you're losing like 150% off because of the no totem. So in reality, you're getting like maybe 100% increased attack damage and effective attack damage that you didn't have before, which is a lot. I mean, that's no joke, but it's not as big.
It's also worth noting it no longer knocks enemies back. And
Good.
Sweep has gone from dealing 281% attack damage to now dealing 660.
Oh, but it doesn't get flat. Fuck, I love Sweep. Oh, but it doesn't get the flat anymore. Oof. Oof.
4% attack damage at gem level 20.
It's a lot, though. It just means you have to get more scaling other places to get your flat damage to scale. Okay, it's a trade-off. It's a buff. It's just, oof, missing that flat damage.
Are just two examples. but the majority of melee skills are now dealing approximately 75% more damage at level 20.
Thank you.
Of course, with melee comes close proximity combat, so you need some good defensive options.
Easier fortify? Unlike Cyclone?
New base types with higher defensive values will now drop throughout the endgame. As you reach yellow, red, and purple maps, you can expect to find higher tier base types in each.
Keeping in mind they did nerf auras, so you're not always obligated to run Grace Determination, Iron Reflexes, fucking banner shit.
For example, Val Regalia and Hubris Circlet are no longer the best in slot items for Energy Shield. There are new base types that surpass them. Combined with some quality changes, which we'll talk about soon, you can now get better items than ever before in these slots.
We're almost to the meme of going back to pre 3.0 Energy Shield, which is where all the numbers are in my head still to this day, because I just don't play Energy Shield builds that often. I still have like the pre 3.0 slaughtering of ES numbers in my head. So whenever I say 1,000 Energy Shield on body armor, everybody just makes fun of me. We're coming back. I'm right. I am a seer, baby.
To compensate, we have reduced the amount of threat evasion and armor from the Grace and Determination auras.
Yep.
But overall, you're getting more defenses than before.
Cool.
On top of this, we have buff life modifiers on magic and rare equipment. You can now get as high as 189 additional maximum life from a single modifier on body armors.
That's pretty fucking good. That's a high life roll. Dude, I wonder how life stackers are going to feel this league. That's pretty big. I mean, if you get like, you're going to get like 400 more flat life on gear. That's a lot of life.
And more on other slots too.
Show me Ice Crash. Show me Wild Strike.
Calm's Heart has also finally been restored to its former glory and once again grants plus 1,000 to maximum life.
I think Calm's Heart should be like one of the best items in the game. It's so simple and it's so beautiful and it's so just romantically excellently designed, right? Super clear what the cost is, super clear what the benefit is. What a greatly designed item. It's so simple. I'm glad they buffed it. I'm glad we're going back to the days of PoE beta. I don't think it's terribly the best item anymore, but you know, it's pretty fucking good.
I mentioned quality. Quality on weapons and armors is being changed to apply multiplicatively.
God damn, look at that flat damage increase.
Weapons with full quality will give 20% more physical damage, and armor with full quality will have 20% more local defenses. For melee, this will mean a damage increase for almost all builds using physical damage attacks.
All of you made fun of me. You all made fun of me for memorizing pre 3.0 Energy Shield body armor numbers, okay? I always said 1,000 Energy Shield body armor, and fuck me if it's not right there in front of me. It's back, and I am correct, okay?
And it will mean more evasion, armor, energy shield, and ward for all builds.
They're really pushing ward.
Endurance charges no longer grant elemental resistances, but instead grant additional elemental damage reduction, making it multiplicative with resistances. You can now get 4% per charge, alongside the existing 4% physical damage reduction.
Whoa, that's a lot of damage reduction for elemental damage. So if you're a Juggernaut and you go full meme, and you wear double rings and all, you're going, what, we'll say 9 endurance charges? That means you're going to get 36% reduced elemental damage taken. Holy shit. That's a really big buff. That makes me want to run endurance charges on more characters now. That's kind of an interesting little dynamic I didn't expect. That makes me want to run endurance charges on like the new Warden. I wonder how difficult that would be to get. Because you can combo that with spell suppression too, right? It's even better because it works on melee hits too, not just spells. That's pretty good. It makes endurance charges way more valuable now. Masterful form for Slayer on a 7 and 8 Frenzy Flicker. So tanky, we're so back. Katie Bug, how are you? Hello. So also, Katie Bug, I'm sorry that I like sent you messages at like 1 a.m. last night. I had to have frozen pizza for some reason, and I feel like I feel like a fat fuck. Okay, that's what I feel like. I was just like, wait a second, it is 1 a.m. You're like, why are you messaging me so late? Every +1 max res is so valuable now. Yeah, well, it's matters a lot because like now you don't. Well, you know what this is, chat? I think this is GGG's answer to physical to elemental conversion on receiving a melee hit or an attack or something, right? Where you can't spell suppress it, so you just turned everything to fire or lightning and just reduced it that way. I think this is an answer to that. Where if you go full endurance charge memes, you can get anywhere from 25 to like 36% elemental damage less taken just by getting endurance charges. It makes it so that you don't necessarily feel like you have to convert everything elemental anymore. I think that's the root of these changes. You subscribed again, Katie Bug. Oh, thank you. 17 months. Holy shit. Just wave around that subscription, why don't you? I was about to say something else, but you are a respected coworker. It is basically substituting LE conversion. Yeah, that's pretty hype. All right, let's keep watching.
To compensate, we have made some changes to the Juggernaut, and various unique items like Eternal Damnation. You can get more maximum resistance.
You are many things, Katie Bug, including a coworker.
From the tree, specifically around the Marauder class start. These, of course, can stack with the new elemental mitigation from endurance charges.
Wait, what's down here now? Wait.
These, of course, can stack with the new elemental mitigation.
What's down here? Wait, this is the same, right? If it's the same, that's broken. That's insane. There's no way. They're not going to give you 6% max all res just for free, okay? There's a cost to this.
From endurance charges. On top of this,
we're also friends unless I'm living a lie. Listen, let's actually meet up first, and if I don't get roofied, then we're friends, okay? Let's get to like meeting in a public space first, all right?
Tools can now roll maximum elemental resistances as modifiers. Since we're making elemental mitigation more accessible, we've heavily reduced accessibility to physical damage taken as chaos or elemental damage.
Yeah,
those stats are still around.
Exactly. Yeah, we just talked about it. I was thinking that this was just another option, but they're just nerfing it.
But you should not expect to be getting full conversion anymore.
Makes sense.
All block passives have been buffed, so you can now more easily achieve block cap from just the passive tree.
Yeah, why does... Yeah, block chance being lucky means nothing now, right? It already kind of didn't mean whatever to me before, but like now it means extra nothing. I don't know where to get drugs unless you count chocolate. I could being you some. Chocolate? Only if it's white chocolate, because that's based. Also, don't feel obligated. We're fine.
The Keystone Versatile Combatant.
Oh my god, are you guys excited for Evo tomorrow and this whole weekend? Which is why I can't meet up with you, Katie Bug, this weekend, because it's a big deal. It matters a lot that we watch Evo basically this whole weekend. There's a lot of video game stream stuff that I have to feel obligated for, but maybe next weekend.
Has been improved to have less of a penalty to maximum block.
Oh, that's really good. That's, oh baby, you know what build I want to play? I'm not gonna play it, but I wanna. A league starter that I've always tried to push, that I might be able to play now with Gladiator, is the dual wielding ground slam build, where you go like double-handed elemental stacking axes, just like flat LE damage and stuff, and you go ground slam, and you go super high attack speed, and you go super high evasion, because we did it on Raider, but I guess you could drop the evasion and just go block then, huh? That's really good. Because now you get the double block from... Now you get the double, you get 30% block just from the Gladiator Ascendancy and dual wielding. You can get it from throughout the tree. And then you can get 65% attack and spell block, true block. That's not bad. We'll theory craft it when we're done watching this and the patch notes.
A number of Life Leech passives have been buffed to generally allow for more...
Meeting up? Yeah, we're planning on it. Katybug just moved to an area not terribly far from me, so we're gonna meet up platonically. Chat, don't be weird, all right? You've done this before, all right? Remember Casavia? We had to talk about this, okay? We're meeting up as, like, acquaintances. Let's not assume anything, okay?
Acquisition of maximum leech rate for life.
Don't be weird. Wait, what?
Generally allow... A number of Life Leech passives have been buffed to generally allow for more acquisition of maximum leech rate for life.
Oh my god! The Invincible Flicker Strike build is actually invincible now. Wait, how much more Life Leech am I actually getting here? Because on those 3 nodes alone, I just saw like 45% increased maximum total recovery, which is insane.
Vow Pact has been reinstated to its former glory for instant Life Leech.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I get it now. I know why they just buffed them. Okay, never mind. It's the same. This was a Volpack build, and Volpack was great because it let you do that super leech for a super long time with really powerful leech with Slayer, even if you were at full life. But Volpack is a nerf to that, old Volpack, because you get this happening with your life bar. You get this like snapshotty, slingshotty thing where it's like you go down and then you instantly leech back up. And it's like, and it's like that the whole map, and it's like really scary. But it's ostensibly the opposite of what we want for that kind of build, that petrified blood build that like you only take 30%, 25% damage, but you have this huge dot damage you have to recover from. This is a nerf to that, so I don't know if it's back.
But only for melee.
Mm-hmm.
We've reworked Flesh
Oh wait,
and
what?
Life Leech, but only for melee.
Oh, well, no, it's still the same.
We've reworked Flesh and Stone. Previously, this buff skill granted Maim and Blind, depending on the stance of our character. Now, while in Sand stance, the skill simply provides damage mitigation, becoming more effective the closer you are to enemies. While in Blood stance, enemies will take more physical damage the closer you are to them. This skill...
Whatever. It's, I guess because of all the aura changes, you're probably going to be playing this more. You're going to be playing more offensive auras, so you'll use it, but I'm not a fan of stance switching in general. I just, it's so boring. I don't want to have to like choose between damage reduction and damage. I would rather just have a build that's like 2/3 good on both and just never have to micromanage anything. I'm like that kind of guy.
Will now greatly favor melee or close range gameplay. Given we're doing a Kalgurin League, Ward has also received a bit of attention.
Okay, without even knowing anything what's coming, I'm just assuming Ward is like effectively the same, but Ward Loop is dead. That's what's in my head right now. Good thing totems are no more. Now I have space for Warcry, stances, and banners.
There are new uniques that grant Ward, and the base restoration of Ward is now faster. To compensate, Olroth's Resolve has been nerfed, but Ward Loop builds will still be possible.
Oh!
Anyway, that was most of the
So, okay. So they're keeping Ward Loop, a build that they never intended to be as good as it was or even existing. They're keeping it, but you have to invest way, way more for it to be like workable. Okay. I guess they might. Oh, I wonder if they're treating Ward Loop now like Aura Stackers used to be, where Aura Stacking was a build where it was like, no matter how much currency you have, even in like the theoretical realm of like multiple mirrors per slot, the build could be better. There's always a little bit more you can push the build on. You can try to push for that one final aura kind of deal, you know? I wonder if the Ward Loop, the new one, is going to be the new version of that, where every little bit counts. Maybe.
defensive changes. Now let's look at some of the offensive and utility-based ones.
Okay.
There are more and better ways to deal with mana as an attacker on the southern hemisphere.
Attack skills. Wait, what?
There are more
Reduced mana cost of attacks. That's 8%. That's no joke.
and better ways to deal with mana as an
Attack skills cost life instead of 10% of mana and 15% reduced effective mana. Okay.
attacker on the southern hemisphere of the passive tree.
I don't get this. I'm doing a lot of pausing, and you're probably not going to get it for the rest of like today. But tomorrow, what we're going to do basically this whole weekend is have Evo in like a lot of the screen. And then we're also going to program at the same time because there's a lot of downtime at Evo between matches and shit. But that's going to be what we do. We program all weekend and we watch Evo at the same time. Today's PoE though. Today's a PoE kind of day.
Wands.
Whoa, reservation. Wow, I guess they're really unlocking reservation, huh?
Wands, daggers, scepters, claws, and staves now have higher critical strike chance values than ever. Wands can go as high as 10% without modifiers. Sandstorm Visage has been made rarer to compensate, instead of reducing its power.
Okay. When would this matter? If I look at White Wind, that unique dagger, before we even look at anything else, they said they buffed crit chance on stuff. How much would it matter to me? If White Wind, this dagger, open image in new tab. Thanks. I don't know what I expected doing that. If this dagger goes from 6.3% base crit to like 10%, that would be pretty fucking good. That'd be pretty good. Because the weakness of this dagger is that it's hard to go crit. That's like the downside of White Wind. Otherwise, it's a great dagger. So maybe.
For you wand attackers, wands now have higher attack speed than ever to compensate for their low damage. Wand exclusive skills such as Power Siphon, Kinetic Bolt, and Kinetic Blast now have faster attack times.
Don't fall for it, chat. The weakness of wand builds is that they hit like a wet noodle. It's just now they're gonna hit like a wet noodle really, really fast. Okay. Okay, but it's still a wet noodle. Okay, don't fall for it. Don't get baited. Don't get baited. Okay, don't play a wand build. Okay, it never works.
Impale passives have been revised and in general buffed.
Ooh, +1 impale for everyone. Ooh. Bunch of impale effect.
The buffs granted by Warcries are now simpler but more significant.
Movement speed. Slams?
And more universal to builds. They also now apply to allies by default. Banners have been reworked. Instead of having a reservation cost, they are now free. However, they don't grant a permanent buff. Banners now need to be placed for the effect to be active.
Hey guys, we heard you were frustrated with totem gameplay. Where you have to play down the fucking totem everywhere in order to use it. Even if you have a passive on the tree that gives you the buff for 3 seconds. We're going to take it out of the game. By the way, here's a banner you have to place down to use the fucking damage buff. Oh my god, I'm never using this fucking banner. You ain't baiting me, GGG. I don't need 4% more physical damage. Nah, I'm good. I'm good, Chief. I don't want to burden you by taxing your servers with me pressing this fucking button. I'll deal with the damage loss. Don't worry. I'm good.
However, once placed, they are far more powerful than before. Additionally, there are new ways to prolong the effects and more ways to invest in them than ever before.
Wow. So with all of those stats, just doing it in my head real quick, you're probably getting like 15 to 20% more physical damage. It's pretty good. It might be so good I can't actually not use it.
It's been made more fundamental and discoverable. Rage is now multiplicative attack damage, but no longer inherently grants attack speed or movement speed.
Okay. And you get max 30.
It has a new cap, and you can find many new passive clusters that
You only get 1 hit per 0.5 seconds can cause you to gain rage, but you can generate a lot of rage with 1 hit. Okay. So you're generating like chunks of like 5 to 10 rage every 0.5 seconds up to whatever cap, 30 at base. Okay.
allow you to invest into the mechanic.
It's a lot of damage. I mean, 30% more attack damage per one, well, total as a base, 30% more. That's a lot. So you're going to be taking this on a lot of builds.
The goal is to make Rage more powerful as a baseline and less gated behind the use of specific unique items and ascendancy classes. Berserk has been nerfed, just so you're aware. We have changed how bleed works too. You can now find aggravated bleed on the passive tree. When applied, all bleeds on the enemy will deal damage as if the enemy is moving for the remainder of their...
Oh, so Gladiator doesn't even get this alone? So any bleed build can get this. Okay.
duration. The skill Ensnaring Arrow no longer interacts with bleed, so no more will you have to apply bleeds and swap to a bow. You can now achieve the same result using aggravated bleed passives without the annoyance.
Okay.
Rupture.
Man, what's the use of Gladiator now? You get explosions, but you can use gloves for that, right?
From the Deadeye has been turned into a support gem.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I like this. Okay, so this is all about the crits, right? Crit bleeds. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty hype.
We've added the new Overexertion support gem, which highly favors slam builds.
Supported attacks deal 12% more damage for each war cry exerting them. Supported attacks deal 10% more damage if exerted. So at level 1 with 1 war cry, this is a 22% more damage gem, which is not good. And with 2 war cries, it's 34% more damage, which is good to average. Average to above average. And then 3 war cries onwards, it's really good. Is that enough, though? Like, in a vacuum, if this one change was made, is this one gem making a slam build? Yeah, kinda. Maybe. I don't know. It's pretty good. Code Toil, see you later. I know this isn't your jam, Code Toil, but don't worry. We'll be back to programming tomorrow when we watch Evo and stuff. We'll be back.
Now, it's time to look at a hot topic, Magic Find. In the set...
Okay. Magic Find. It does not bother me at all. At no point in my entire PoE life have I ever been like, do I choose the Magic Find item or the fun item? I always choose the fun item, but I am not a Magic Finder. I don't min-max my life, okay? I am not a super ambitious person who has any illusions of being at the top of the market or something, okay? I don't use Magic Find, so it doesn't bother me. I don't care about its existence. There's no diminishment if it exists, so that's my stance on it, whatever they're about to do.
Because of Calgar expansion, we are going to be removing item quantity bonuses from all character items. This will not affect existing items in standard leagues. Magic Find is intended to be another axis on your gear you can scale once you have achieved the power you want. With item quantity being only available on unique items, this meant if you wanted to get the most out of it, you had to be playing a very specific build.
Okay.
We still want people to be able to invest into Magic Find, but now only through item rarity. This can be obtained on a number of rare item slots and by a much larger number of builds.
Okay. Again, it doesn't affect me. Whether it exists or not, I don't care. Couldn't give two less of a shits. The only time I ever care about item rarity is when I play an ED Contagion build where if you throw out your ED and then your Essence Drain, and then you cast Contagion under it so it spreads, if you attach item rarity gem, the support, to Contagion, it is what kills the enemy. So you get the item rarity bonus without necessarily sacrificing the damage slot. That's like the only time I ever consciously like add item rarity to anything because you get that bonus. But like outside of that, I don't really care. This is a neutral to me. Other people care more. Sorry.
What about Ventor's Gamble, you might ask? Here it is
Keeping
now.
it. Oh.
This is one of the biggest balance patches we've ever done.
Yep.
I can't promise that existing builds will all be safe. Even we aren't able to predict all the outcomes here, nor have we even gone into every single change.
Okay. Without knowing anything else, what is our predictions for the league? Okay, I haven't read patch notes. There's still more to this video. What do I think is going to happen? What I think is going to happen is I think bleed builds will not be good. I don't see how they can be good. There is one aspect you can scale them on that's going to be really good, and that is slam builds. I think slam bleeds will be okay, but I don't know how much those are bleed builds versus just slam builds. Like, you could scale the damage a lot. I have to look back at that gem. If that gem is 12% more damage with hits and ailments, then it's good for bleeds, and I think bleeds will be viable there. If the Warcry exertions don't work for bleed, let's just look. Hold on. Where am I at? 3135. Where's that support gem at? Rallying Cry. That.
Rupture? We've added the new over...
Supported attacks deal 12% more damage. Does this apply to bleed? The answer is probably yes, right? Supported attacks deal 12% more damage. If you had puncture with it, puncture gets buffed, right? The bleed? I think. I don't know. If it does, I think bleed will survive that way. Otherwise, I don't think it's... Well, bleed is based on the hit. Okay. So I think bleeds will exist. I think it'll be under slams, and I think it'll be not super strong. What I think will be strong, however, are... Here's my prediction. What I think will be really, really fucking good. I think, ironically, all these physical damage buffs and melee shit, I think the thing that came out of this the best are elemental damage weapons. For two reasons. One, Warden is really, really good for damage scaling. Holy shit. Fucking upwards of 60% pen with double scorch and like 100% more damage without shock effect scaling on the shock tree. That's absolutely bonkers. And the league mechanic has a thing, has a mod you can install on a weapon that says no longer has any physical damage, but 100% increased effective 100% increased elemental damage, but I'm assuming it's local. If that's local, I think elemental damage is insane. If it's not local, it'll be less insane, obviously. But I think elemental damage weapons are what came out of this the best so far. Having not read the patch notes, by the way, just from this video so far, that's my prediction.
Even we aren't able to predict all the outcomes here, nor have we even gone into every single change.
Okay.
Just the major ones. I don't know, man. Balance is hard. But the sheer number of new, viable options is exciting, especially for melee. And we're determined to drag the game in a better direction. Be sure to read the patch notes after this. It's going to be a ruckus.
Whoa, Leap Slammer.
In 3.24, we overhauled the in-game experience by introducing a new tier of maps and reworking scarabs. We want to continue to improve these systems and introduce more exciting in-game content every league.
Whoops.
Corpses, new unique...
Okay, what do we got here? New unique items. Level 20 Pacify. That is the... That's the forest thing. Pacifies the, like, the affliction guy, right? It's... Oh, God, I forgot what that one was. And nobody used it. Affliction. Oh, okay.
Items.
Right.
Corpses
Tell Sola not to read patch notes. They nerfed Vortex again. Get fucked.
you can use to raise as specters.
Okay, is there anything else interesting here? Otherwise, we're just going to read patch notes. Campaign improvements, quality of life features.
When using keyboard and mouse, you'll be able to pick up items from further away.
New supporter packs. All right, we'll
Forever
watch the
when it
supporter
ends.
packs.
As
Then we're gonna move
always,
on to patch
the
notes.
microtransactions in the way. The Paladin series of supporter packs contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Racing Roas?
Adorn your weapon or shield with the Paladin weapon effect.
Pretty cool.
Make a show of leveling up with the Harpy Flyover level up effect.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, what's really cool is if I could change that to all Gary colors of like teal. That would be cool.
Equipping the Divine Paladin
Now that every league is back, you'll get to play all the ones you skipped. I didn't skip shit, all right? I educationally, wisely used my time correctly.
armor set will periodically cause slain enemies to be consecrated and laid to rest.
Nah, man.
This set also comes with a matching back attachment. Both the helmet and back attachment have options to display the radiant glow or not. You pick.
That's a nice touch, but oof, not a fan of that helmet personally. Not a fan of the paladin looking games. I like not RGB. I like leather.
The Divine Judgment finisher effect locks onto unique enemies before obliterating them with a laser from the heavens.
The fist one was better.
May your critical hits resonate across Rayclast with the Cleric's Bell back attachment. Invite your friends to spend a day at the races in the Vasteri Racecourse hideout. Add rowers to the track to race them against each other. Or you can just spectate from the sidelines. The Penance Pack series
Okay, that whole pack, not my thing. Usually there's one pack that speaks to a person, one of the two. That wasn't mine, so I hope this one was good.
also has 6 exclusive microtransactions.
I see portals.
With the Penance back attachment equipped, a repentant soul is chained to your back and lashed with lightning.
That's a back attachment, by the way. Dude, that in a fucking hideout, you combine that with like the pedestal thing you raise on. How much screen can I block?
Ouch. Place none other than the Trial Master in your hideout and have him comment on your chaos
A classic, but far fairer now than in ancient times.
and Val crafting attempts.
Your luck is over, fool.
Oh, it can count. Oh, interesting.
He even keeps a record of how many Chaos and Val orbs you've used in your hideout during the league or across all leagues.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay.
Blood stains your armor the more life you lose when wearing the Acolyte's Penance armor set.
That is really cool. Not a fan of the helmet, but I love how bulky the armor is. Gives me like, I don't even like Dark Souls series that much, but it gives me like Elden Ring vibes.
The Zealot's Madness portal effect fragments as you near it.
What a weird portal.
The Cauldron map device boils maps, fragments, and scarabs placed into it, keeping a tally of how many have been thrown into the pot in the current league or across all leagues.
That's kind of cool. It's like a way to keep kind of like how many sepulchres you run and stuff.
The Exiled Squire pets follow in your footsteps, hyping you up for battles,
No sweat for you, boss.
Oh my god. The Adoring Fan from Oblivion? What the fuck? You can just buy the Adoring Fan? Chat? Is this my new pet where I can call him Chat?
providing pessimistic commentary,
The cycle repeats.
or voicing their disdain for you to bring you down a peg.
About time you kicked the bucket.
It is Chat. Yeah, it's Chat.
These packs are now available for purchase on both PC and console.
I like the second one more. Second supporter pack. All right, let's look at motherfucking patch notes. We're getting near the end of the stream though. What is everyone saying about this? All right, chat was spoilered. What do we got? This is to buffs what Expedition was to nerfs. Ooh, controversial. This league system looks so micromanagement heavy. Ooh, overall nice changes and a lot to explore. People are gonna hate having to deal with the town and all the worker management for sure. Not if you played a motherfucking tycoon game, bitch. Oh, this is my alley. Fucking 1503 AD. Prep me for this shit. All right, patch notes. Let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, whoa, we need music. Okay, hold on. Let me turn on some music, boys. Brett in a box. Hi there. I haven't seen you here before. Is it a boat league, though? Is it boat league? Are you sure about that? I don't know. Like, there are boats. When I imagine a boat league, I want to fucking kill some enemies on a boat. I want to do things on a boat, all right? Where is music? Let's do Lo-Fi Leah. Can't go wrong with Lo-Fi Leah. Okay, let's look at patch notes. We are not going to read this entire thing. I am so sorry, okay? I know changes have to be read in a vacuum. This is insane. I'm not reading all of these patch notes. I am so sorry. We're gonna Control F and we're gonna read whatever is interesting, whatever I want to play with. I am not a content creator. I don't do this full time. We're gonna look at what I want to play, okay? And all of the skill gem changes. That's what I want to read. And that's all we're really gonna engage with, okay? There's a lot of people out there who are drinking alcohol and reading the entire thing. So, what are we looking at first? Let's look at ascendancies. And then we'll look at support gems. So, before we start, what builds do I want to play? The builds I want to play in Path of Exile, before we look at a bunch of changes, is I want to see how viable, I don't think it's going to be viable now, a Spectral Throw Bleed build, and also a Ground Slam Dual Wield Elemental Damage Axe build, which it's already looking like that's going to be number one. And also looking at the option of now going a Wild Strike Warden, the new Raider replacement, Raider 2.0. We're just gonna call them Raider. The Wild Strike version of that, blocking out cold and just go lightning fire. We're gonna see how viable that is, but that's what's in my head as we go through this. So Ground Slam Dual Wield Elemental Damage, like stacking flat damage, or Wild Strike. No, Gary, Raider is dead, Lamau. You don't know. It's propaganda, chat. You don't know that there's a secret government out there, the dark government, that's keeping Raider alive, okay? It's fake news. All right, Berserker. Crave the Slaughter no longer provides plus 10 max rage or gain 1 rage on hit. Okay. It now provides every rage also grants 1% increased attack speed, so you can rebuild old rage. An inherent loss of rage starts 2 seconds later because its default is 2 seconds. So now it's going to be 4 seconds before you lose it all. And then an additional second somewhere on the passive tree, I think I saw. The small passive prior now causes you to gain 1 rage on melee hit. Okay. So it's interesting how, oh no, that's the first rage. No, this is the second one. I was about to say the other one was unchanged. The Rite of Ruin no longer provides inherent effects of having rage are tripled, or cannot be stunned while you have at least 25 rage. Instead, it's remade. Now provides 50% increased rage effect, and that's it. Oh, that's the whole node. Okay. So instead of getting, because you get the previous node, that means you're gonna get 40 rage, which is 40% more attack damage, and 40% increased attack speed. This gives you 50% increase, so with 40 rage, you're getting 60% more attack damage and 60% increased attack speed with no other max sources of rage anywhere on the tree. But you will be getting more rage. You can probably get it up to like 60, which means you would get like 120% more attack damage and 120% increased attack speed. Oh no, it'd be like 90, wouldn't it? Well, still, that's pretty good. Hey, comparatively, remember, all right? Remember, rage doesn't do speed anymore. Oh, how convenient. Look at this previous node. Instead, it now provides every rage also grants 1% increased attack speed. So the node that was previous, well, you have the node that does inherent effective rage is tripled. That's now 50%. The node before that gives you 1% increased attack speed per rage. So comparatively, remember, Gladiator gets 1% more damage every second, which means after like what? A minute, it'll match the damage Berserker gives you on second 1. I'm just saying. The Warbringer Ascendancy no longer provides war cries give you rage and shit. It now provides war cry exerts twice as many attacks. Wow, that is bad. Oh man, holy shit. In what world are you gonna take a whole ass Ascendancy on Berserker that does that and nothing else? Keeping in mind, the previous Ascendancy gave you 50% more attack damage if a Warcry sacrificed Rage recently. Ooh. Glad is gonna be broken. It can get 94% block chance. Can it? Keeping in mind, even if you're lucky, you don't get more max block because of luck, right? It's... Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're wrong. Chance to block being lucky... No, Geargate, you're misunderstanding. Chance to block being lucky, even if you have 70% block, you're not getting lucky like it's 85% block effectively. You still only block 75% of the time. It's just luck can get you to that number faster, but you're still never blocking above 75%. That's never happening. Also, was my music too loud? Nobody told me, sorry. Even if you have lucky, you're not blocking above 75%. It's still 70, you just get there easier. No, you roll twice your block. I'm sorry, did I mishear it? I thought it was chance to block was lucky. You can block above? Hold on, what does it say? Okay. Causes your chance to block attack or spell damage to be lucky if you've blocked recently. This is not your block attacks, okay. When we say, no, you're misunderstanding. There is a cap to it. Chance to block, not block chance. Oh. Is there a difference there? Your block chance is lucky. Your chance to block is lucky. I thought it was implying that reaching the cap would be trivial on Gladiator, but you still had a cap. So you're saying that with the new versatile combatant and chance to block in this lucky block node, you're saying that with 60% base, I can get 80% chance to block, attack, and spells most of the time. There's no way they're gonna let that happen, right? 94% chance. Didn't they freak out about like... Didn't they freak out about like getting a super high chance to block being like broken? They nerfed that before, right? How can the block chance in your shield be lucky? Yes, this is why Glad is OP now. I don't know. That feels like GGG doesn't usually just let that happen, right? That would be like the first thing they would test. I don't know. I'm not buying it. Like if GGG's really just gonna let you be like, yeah, let's have people just be effectively immortal. I don't know. Like even 95% chance to evade, that just requires such an insane amount of investment. The fact that we have mana cost of attacks on the tree is crazy. Yeah, but everything's gonna have a higher mana cost, so it's kind of a trade-off pizza bagels. All right, Chieftain, what do you get? Strength Ascendancy passive skill has been removed. That is the one that gives you Tohowoa. Is that the one that gives you +3 strength and all damage in a large radius is fire damage converted? This can no longer roll on forbidden jewels, though existing versions will still function. I think that's what that is. That one has been replaced with the new that one, which provides war cries have infinite power. Oh, that's cool. And 30% increased war cry buff effect. The small node prior now provides 15% increased war cry duration. Oh, that's kind of cool. You don't need Red Blade Banner anymore. Ooh. You can play a Red Blade Banner build with a shield slot, and you don't have to do like fucking weapon switching memes, okay? You can do a Red Blade Banner build without needing Red Blade Banner. How interesting. That's pretty cool, actually. Wow, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Good change. I like that. Options. Jug. Unrelenting no longer provides 4% chaos per endurance or 8% reduced elemental damage taken while on max, because you get 4% per endurance charge now anyway. Instead, it now provides 1 additional damage reduction per... Oh, I got you. Wow, it's even better than what we gave as an example earlier. So instead of 4%, it's 5%. So like what? With 9 endurance charge memes, you're now getting 45% reduced elemental damage taken from every source of elemental damage, including damage over time. Wow. That's really good. That's really good. Wow, Juggernauts are tanky. Unblockable no longer provides 8% of armor, applies to fire, cold, lightning damage taken from hits. You overpowered motherfuckers got nerfed. Never mind. All right, I dig it. I dig it. You gotta earn your elemental damage reduction that isn't just... Basically, you stack endurance charges instead of just getting this and stacking a bunch of armor. 15% of armor also applies to chaos damage taken from hits. I wonder if they took that off the tree. Good for chaos damage reduction, but yeah, definitely a nerf in that regard. But you have to stack endurance charges now. Small Juggernaut Ascendancy passive provides... Yeah, whatever. Champion. How'd they change you? So you no longer get attack speed while fortified, or armor and evasion while fortified, or cannot be stunned while fortified. Instead, nearby allies count as having fortification equal to yours. And it's swapped positions with fortitude. Oh, so you get fortify on the first node now instead of having to go through that chain? Ooh. Okay. So you get fortify on the first node, and then the previous node that it's swapped with now gives nearby allies count as having fortification equal to yours. So support champions were already a thing, right? Support champions were already like, they helped with impale or banners or whatever the fuck, right? Totems. So this just gives them a way to propagate fortify. Now provides 15 fortify instead of 20. Okay, it's a nerf. It's a nerf, but it opens up more options. Inspirational no longer gives banner has no reservation because none of them do. It now grants when you leave your banner's area, recover 30% of valor instead of when you create a banner. I'm not going to use banners. I'm sorry. Look at boring. We've already seen all this. Deadeye. Oh yeah, you get the frenzy charges for free. Yeah, you get frenzy charges based on movement. +1 max frenzy charges though. If nothing else, you get 1 frenzy charge you didn't have before, and you get a bunch of accuracy, which is nice. I wonder if that means accuracy stacking on Deadeye is worth it. So with +1 max on Deadeye, and Dark Ray vectors, and all the frenzy charges on the tree, and the 3 base, you can get easy 8 frenzy charges, and before any other source, right? That means you can get 8 times 5, 40% more accuracy. Just from frenzy charges. I wonder if that enables some accuracy stacking on Deadeye. Flicker buff? No, because Flicker is not moving, which means you're not generating frenzy charges while moving with frenzy. Or not frenzy, Flicker Strike. Playing this with a frenzy build, that'd be pretty fucking dumb. If you're gonna play frenzy, play Trickster and get the +2 max. Gathering Wind now provides 10% increased effective tailwind instead of 15. That's a nerf. It's a nerf. So now instead of getting, what did you get before? It was 15 times 10, so 150% increased effective tailwind. Now it's 100%. Still strong, still really good. Wind Ward got buffed to 4% less damage taken, so now you can get 40% less damage taken if you're playing an evasion build. It's pretty good. Far Shot no longer provides Far Shot. Instead, now provides projectiles gain damage as they travel further, dealing up to 30% more damage. Oh! So you can stack it with Far Shot, but you have to invest in it. Oh. Okay. Flicker on Deadeye, though? What a world. No. Wait, what? Why are you guys building Flicker? No. Don't play Flicker on Deadeye. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, not good. Not intelligent, okay? This gives you +1 max frenzy charges, but you still shouldn't do Deadeye. Okay, there's other builds you're gonna do. If all you care about is the +1 max frenzy, just play Trickster and get +2 max frenzies. Oh, Flicker on Deadeye would be a sight to see. Ah, gotcha. All right, what's next? Warden. Warden looks really, really good until you hit the bark skin area and it's like kind of mid and tinctures and stuff. So here's the thing, right? If you're gonna play this build, I want to do it with Wild Strike if we ever do it, right? And I would probably block out Cold, maybe. So you would go Shock, Scale Shock Effect. You would go Fire with Scorch, get fucking -60% Elemental Pen, then go Elemental Equilibrium. So you get, is that the one? It's the one on the bottom right, the one that gives you the exposure. So alternate between fire and lightning gives you exposure. You can also go Trinity for more penetration. You could probably, not that difficultly, actually it's pretty trivial. You can easily get 100% pen without like any curses. And with a curse, you can probably get upwards of like 140 to 150% penetration. That's pretty good. That's really good. And then I would just block Cold with a unique gem. Avatar of the Wilds grants you Unbound, which, whatever. It's a node you're gonna take. And then you have Tincture stuff. So the question is, wait, what? Level 20 Bark Skin. Oh, they didn't talk about this. I knew about Bark Skin, but what's the one after it? Provides -15 to fire, cold, and lightning damage taken. I'm assuming 15%, not 15 flat. Taken from spell hits per bark. No, it is flat. That's weird. Prevents 2% suppressed spell damage take per bark below maximum, and lose 1 bark when hit by an enemy spell. Woof, woof, woof. The spell passive prior provides 5% chance to suppress spell damage and 50% increase evasion rating. Okay. So you get level 20 bark skin, and then you get a flat -15 to fire, cold, and lightning damage taken from spell hits per bark. Assuming it's 10 bark, right? So -150 cold damage on a spell hit. And you get 2% spell damage suppressed damage taken below maximum. But this only applies to spells, not attacks, right? So if you got double bark skin and lightning and fire and skip the unbound and the tinctures, is that worth it? I don't know. I guess that means you don't need to go block, because you need some way of handling elemental hits. Well, no, you still need some way to handle elemental hits. This is only for spells. So if you get whacked with like a melee fucking 300% lightning or physical as lightning, then you're gonna struggle. This doesn't help with that. Why are tinctures so bad? Because tinctures were already kind of just okay before with they didn't have any cost and you could give them 300% increased effect. It was kind of a meme. But now they have a mana burn, which means they're temporary. And you know what? Gonna be honest, after getting rid of totems and fucking off with temporary totem buffs and every fucking fight, I don't want to have to deal with tinctures, okay? I don't want to have to deal with a tincture with a fucking 8-second cooldown or like whatever the fuck. I don't want to have to take ascendancies to make it feel good, okay? I just don't want to use them. It's not interesting to me. I don't want to have to fucking earn my damage. I want to fucking just have it work, okay? Now, if we drop the tincture thing, all we have left is the 3 different elements, the unbound thing, which gives you periodic huge damage. Once every, what was it? Once every, it was a long time. Hold on, what was it? You get 5 charges a second. And you need to get 100 charges. So it's 20 seconds. So every 20 seconds, for 8 seconds, you get your hits always inflict free shock and ignite while unbound, and 80% more elemental damage when unbound. So every 20 seconds for 8 seconds, do 80% more damage. I don't know what the uptime is, like what the average is on that. Maybe it's like 25% more damage. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's better than Barkskin. We'll have to look into it. Or maybe, fuck it. Maybe we go Wild Strike and just go full damage memes and just get all the oaths and Avatar and just fucking stack a bunch of damage. And just get our defenses everywhere else. Not saying it's a good thing, but we could do it. And just get freeze and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Ascendant. Oof. Wow. Berserker wasn't even that good before on Ascendancy. On Ascendant. Nerf again for the Chieftain. So the Ascendant gets Frenzy Charge every 3 seconds while moving, but you lose mini far shot. Wow, that's bad. I guess you get the 1 free projectile skill, so you're still gonna use it. Gladiator no longer provides a bunch of stuff. It got remade. It now provides 25% chance to aggravate bleeding, which is double damage bleed. Gain 50% base chance to block from equipped shield instead of shield's value. Wait, 50% base chance to block from equipped shield instead of the shield's value. Does that mean I just get 50% block for free? The inherent bonuses from dual wielding are doubled. Deal 1% more damage with hits and ailments to rare and unique enemies every 2 seconds if they've ever been in your presence, up to a maximum of 50%. Holy shit. So after almost 2 minutes, you do 50% more damage. But I guess it's on 1 node. It's interesting. It's the better one of the 3 so far. These 3 suck. Raider, now called Warden, got changed. Now causes attack damage to penetrate 8% resistances and provide you can have an additional tincture. Of all the things Warden gives, you get that? Oof. Oof. Okay. We're not going to read through the passive skill tree changes. We are going to read through support gem. Okay, let's read through the support gems, and then we'll read through the main gems. So, Chance to Bleed can now support skills that create minions. Thank fucking Christ. Oh my god, you don't need to stack a bunch of dumbass gems. Now you can just play your Reaper Bleed build and just be happy. Sweet. No longer causes supported attacks to deal added physical damage with weapons. Supported attacks now deal 10% more damage with bleed, previously 0. Up to 29%, previously 19. Seismic subscribed. Oh, thank you. I'm here. How is ya? I'm doing well. Thank you for subscribing 11 months. Holy shit. That was very nice of you. I appreciate that, Seismic. I'm glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. Decay. Ooh, Decay got buffed. Supported skills inflict decay on hit, now dealing about 30% more damage at level 1 and what, 15% more damage at level 20. Not good. You can get decay on like essences and stuff. It's Earthbreaker, don't care. Fist of War no longer has ancestrally boosted gems deal more damage with ailments. Instead, ancestrally boosted slams deal more damage with hits. Oh, rip bleed for that. Impending Doom. Okay, got nerfed for early game. Okay, get fucked. Same late game, or nerfed early game. Increased duration has been named to more duration support. You guessed it, now grants supported skills 30% more skill effect duration, scaling up to 39% more. Now grants supported skills 10% more. So you can get 49% more duration on a skill gem. When does that matter? Well, it matters for Viper Strike and Puncture, but who gives a shit? Viper Strike. This is a Viper Strike buff. I don't know if they actually buffed it above. We're gonna look at the active gems in a second, but more duration. Viper Strike is one of the, I think it's the only way in the game to scale increased duration with increased poison time. Because the gem itself is what inflicts the poison, it scales with duration. So with this gem, you get 49% more duration on all of your poisons you inflict with Viper Strike. That's kind of a lot. Viper Strike didn't struggle with damage before. It's just a quality of life thing. But if you give it so much damage, I can't ignore it. Just saying, looks kind of hot. Infused channeling got hugely changed. No longer does anything. While channeling a supported skill, take 8% less damage from all hits. Supported skills now deal 20% more damage at level 1, previously 15. 5% more damage. Quality now provides, while channeling a supported skill, take 2% less damage from hits. Wow. So without scaling any quality, you get 10% less damage taken from hits while you're channeling. So Cyclone gets, instead of, what did you get before? Minus 8% physical damage taken. You get 10% all hits taken damage reduction while you're cycloning. And you got more damage on it. That's pretty good. Channeling Cyclone, yo. I know Cast on Crit gets buffed, but who's gonna use this for Cast on Crit, you know? This is for like self-casting Cyclone for dedicated Cyclone builds. You wouldn't even use this for Shockwave. This is like actual dedicated Cyclone. That's pretty good. Inspiration now causes supported skills to have less mana cost instead of reduced. This also applies to the benefit provided by quality. Ooh, inspiration buff. Prismatic Burst now has 100% at level 1 up to 280, so it got nerfed, which is fine. Rage support now grants 3 rage on attack hit at all gem levels and 10% increased attack speed while you have at least 10 rage up to 19%. That's worse. That's not as good. Okay, that's fine. You're getting rage elsewhere. Shockwave, okay. Shockwave got a huge buff, and Shockwave got a huge buff. No, it didn't. Shockwave got nerfed. Because Shockwave damage got a benefit from totems. And this should go up to like 390, 400% in order for it to like go even. I think this is a Shockwave nerf, which is fine because whenever you ran Cyclone, you did Shockwave. So now it's like a choice. Okay. Okay. Trauma got nerfed, which is fine. Fuck trauma builds. Okay, let's look at regular gems. Let's do it. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. All right, let's read through it. I do have veto power, meaning if I read a gem title and I never use this gem and I have no plans on using this gem and I have no interest in it at all, I am going to skip. We do not have time to read all of these. I am sorry. I got homework tonight. Divine Blessing has been removed. Okay. The existing version of this item will be deleted. Existing Forbidden Shaco items will have been replaced with Rupture. Wow. Okay. Divine Blessing got renewed or removed. Skipped that part of the patch note video. Holy shit. Following skills no longer have a physical tag. Blade Flurry of Incision, Cleave, Cyclone of Tumult, Lancing Steel, Perforate, Shrapnel Ballista, Split Arrow, Sweep. That's fine because... Well, that's fine. They never really used for anything besides the infused channeling support, right? Is there any other time a physical tag ever really got used? Not really. Multi-strike support and awakened multi-strike support now describe that they cannot support travel skills rather than every travel skill saying they cannot be supported by multi-strike. That's fine. Some attack skills that can be used range or melee have had their weapon requirements split between the base gem and their transfigured gem. What attack skills can be used ranged or melee? Is there a skill that's ranged until you get in melee range and then its mechanics change? Not that I think of. Whatever. The Frenzy skill gem now requires a bow or a wand, while Frenzy of Onslaught requires a weapon. Wow, fucking rip melee Frenzy builds. Holy shit. Fuck Trickster, am I right? Jesus. That was a Mathel build that just got killed. Puncture, elemental hit. Oh, you're right. Elemental skill gem now requires a melee weapon. Elemental hit of the spectrum requires a bow or a wand. Okay. Puncture now requires a bow. New puncture of shanking requires a dagger. Elemental bows now correctly use skill damage conversion. Okay. Arrows, don't care. Absolution got nerfed at level 1. Not very much though, still very good. Armageddon brand, don't care. I really don't use brands or ballistas. Bane got buffed and at level 20 got a 15% more damage buff. Bane's fun, but Barrage now has a mana cost of 6, previously 7, up to 10, level 11. Okay. Now has a mana cost of 6, whatever. Don't care. Berserk no longer provides more damage with attacks. Okay, got renewed or changed. Remade. It now provides 40% increased rage effect at level 1, up to 60% at level 20. Holy shit. So if you do a Berserker build, which you will be using this new Berserk, you're already going to get 50% increased effective rage. This will boost it in total to 109% increased effectiveness of rage, which means at 60 rage, you're getting, we'll say 50 rage. At 50 rage, you're getting 50% more attack damage and 50% increased attack speed before this buff, or well, before the damage increases. After the 110% increase, you're getting 105% more attack damage and 105% increased attack speed. It's pretty good. And you're generating a lot of rage really quickly, so it's interesting. It matters. It's pretty good. Blade Flurry no longer has added effectiveness of damage. Get fucked. I know there's other buffs, but whatever. Blade Storm, not going to use it. Blast Rain doesn't change. Blight, Bone Nova, Bone Shatter. Burning Arrow no longer has added fire damage to attacks against ignited enemies. Now has 280% increased effectiveness. Up to 420% increased effectiveness. God damn. Holy shit, Burning Arrow does some fucking damage. It already had insane scaling. That's just a lot. Call to Arms, Caustic Arrow of Poison, Chain Hook, Charge Dash, Cleave. No longer has added physical attack damage. Excuse me. Now has 511% scaling damage. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Wow, Cleave got a big buff. Base Cleave though. Cleave of Rage gets the same damage buff. Well, it gets the same number. It's less of an increase. No longer has gain 1 rage if the skill hits any enemies. Instead now has gain 2 rage on attack hit. Wow. Cleave of Rage is going to be a very good, very, very good gem. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's a very good gem. Holy shit. Cobra Lash. Got an okay buff. Cold Snap, that's whatever to me. Cold Snap got nerfed. Conk Path, 220% increased effectiveness up to 150. Oh, 417%. That's pretty fucking good. Not a fan of Conk Path mechanically, but it's interesting. Crackling Lance got nerfed. Creeping Frost got nerfed. Cyclone no longer has added physical attack damage, normal. 111% at level 20. Now has a mana cost of 2 at level gem, 3 at level 20. So big mana cost nerf. I mean, it's 50% more mana cost, but you get a lot of damage and you get the infused channeling defensive buff. I mean, that matters. It's interesting. It's stronger. It is stronger, but it's interesting. It did get a buff though. It is stronger than when you had totems before. I kind of want to do a Cyclone build, like not even Shockwave, just dedicated Cyclone. That's kind of fun, right? Defiance banner, don't care because I'm not going to use a banner. Desecration. Max level of corpses spawned is now level 80 instead of level 100. Oh, corpse explosion abusers, rest in peace. Get fucked. Play another League starter, you dicks. Domblow, yeah, determination got nerfed. That's fine. Domblow, what did you get buffed? 250 instead of 165, scaling up to 458% at level 20. God damn. See, here's the thing about Domblow. Okay, Domblow. Here's the thing, chat. Nobody ever used totems with this fucking build, right? Unless you're a fucking nerd. So this is just, you do a fuck ton more damage. Kind of insane, right? It's kind of great. You can even go Inspiring, which gives you less minions, but more effectiveness of minion damage on you. That's pretty good. That ain't bad, Chad. That's a lot of damage. I'd like to do Cyclone with Nyugmahu's Axe. Not the league for it. Like, this is like a pure Cyclone kind of league, you know? Doriani's Touch just got a free, oh, I don't know, 40% more damage effectiveness. Pretty fucking good. Double Strike no longer gets flat fizz. You get 409% instead of 140%. So that might be the biggest buff in the whole fucking game. Holy shit. Oh my god. That's insane. Yeah, you're losing the flat fizz, and it's not a small amount of flat fizz, but holy shit, that's a lot of effective damage. Let's see. Double Strike of Momentum, the thing everyone used, now has 69% up to 196, previously 95. Okay, so that's significantly less of a buff. Significantly less so. But that makes sense, right? Everyone used this. Well, a lot of people use this. Okay, Dual Strike. God, we don't have time for all this. Dual Strike of Ambidextery does 360 instead of 244, so that is a nerf. If it was like every other skill, you would see like 450%, like regular Dual Strike. Earthquake now does 230%. Amplification probably got changed. Earth Shatter. Elemental Hit. Okay. I don't have time to look through all these as much as I want to. I really, really want to. I have to get going. I have to do an essay. I'm sorry. I have to get my homework done. Wild Strike. Let's look at this, please. I want to play Wild Strike so bad. Wild Strike. 10 at level 20. Now has 403% from 231. And the extremes is 328 from 240. So this arguably got nerfed. It looks like the numbers that actually came across nerfed, but regular Wild Strike got a big buff. And if you're playing the Warden version, you're using the regular Wild Strike. You're not using the other one, because the other one like either inversed resistances or did something funky with it. You want to go pure pen with regular Wild Strike, so that's what you would use. Interesting. There's a lot of changes. I just don't have time for it. So Tomorrow is Evo Day. Remember that. Okay, tomorrow is Evo, and we're gonna program. It's gonna be fun. Oh my goodness, we have so much we have to do. I have to get going. I have to get my computer science homework. I'm so sorry. I gotta get it done. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good evening. We're gonna program and watch Evo tomorrow. It's gonna be so much fun. I'll see you later, alligators. This new league looks fun. Goodbye. Also, thank you for all the new people following. I appreciate it.